now we are in Winter Park, Colorado, and we're filming a music video for the second single off of my EP titled The Persistence of Vision EP, and the single is titled Most Folks.
Why is it important to you to get Most Folks into a video? Why did you choose that to be the next one?
I think I chose Most Folks because it was something that I think the meaning behind it dwelled in my sort of conscious for a really, really long time. I feel like I grew up not with it, because I was actually really lucky having family who encouraged me to pursue my dreams, but the other, the social aspect, the going out and the making friends, it was just, I felt like I was very much embedded in this sort of environment where I had to be this person that lived this cyclical lifestyle of alright, high school, college, job, married, kids, and it was something that I never had any interest in doing. And I always, I say this in the least sort of overconfident way I can, but I always felt like I really wanted to create a legacy and leave something for other people to be inspired by and to sort of create the foundation of their own enterprise off of. And that's what Most Folks was about. It was just me being really, really tired of being in that environment and keep being told time after time that it was something that it wasn't. Music and being successful in music was something that wasn't going to be possible because it was something that I'd always dreamed of being possible. So I think that's a big part of what Most Folks is about, and I really wanted it. And I know that music videos are a big part of what give audiences that sort of visual interpretation, and they kind of draw more attention than I would say just the music does. So I think that's what I really wanted to emphasize on the EP, and what I really wanted people to hear, but not just hear, but really hear it, really understand it. But yeah.
What is the one thing? Okay, what do you want people to take from your songs? What would you want them? Because some people just listen to songs and memorize them, and but they don't mean anything. The average person.
It's just catchy. Yeah.
Right.
I'd say that it's kind of a weird timeline, and I wouldn't say it's really in any chronological order, but Noise of the Night, I think, is, if I could connect it to a feeling, it's like the feeling you get when everything is just really overwhelming, but in a really cool way, and they're very exciting, and the new you're an adult and you can make your own decisions and everything's overwhelming, exciting, and you're learning new things and you're experiencing new things. And then Razorback is the conversation that you always really wanted to have with somebody, but you never had the chance to have, so you had to, it's like a postcard that you wrote everything down on, but you just never had the gall to send it. And then I think Sleep Easy was sort of this I don't know. Sleep Easy was very kind of related to Razorback in the sense that it was addressed to somebody that I don't think it ever made it to, but it was almost comforting in a way that you don't have to be the person that you aren't, and that you are a good person, and you can be that good person if you wanted to be. But I think, again, a big part of coming of age is struggling with that sense of identity of you don't know what you are, so of course you're gonna step on people's feelings all the time. Everybody's kind of fumbling to figure out that balance between what's right and what they want and what other people want, and in that process we're all kind of just crashing into each other. But so that's a big part of what Sleep Easy is about. And then Most Folks, as I said, is just that sort of, God, there's got to be something better than this stupid lifestyle of just bland, boring, ordinary,
Okay, so I talked to someone and they said that you're really self-conscious and you like don't like you struggle with like people judging you and like you always worry what people think about you. How do you deal with that when it comes to performing and being in front of people? Because for the average person watching you on stage or in a music video or in front of a group of people, you seem pretty confident with yourself. Why do you think you struggle with, because most people who struggle with not being able to accept who they are, they can't do that. Is it like being another person? Like, do you think your persona on stage and with music is a different person than who you actually are?
That would be pretty cool. I don't know. I've always been kind of a show off. Like, I've always been kind of the person that likes to like talk, make people laugh and talk them up. But I think as far as music videos go, I think it's just up to the editors. They pick out the good parts where I don't look self-conscious. I think as far as performing, it's like a muscle. You sort of just have to exercise a lot, because after a while of performing shows, you get used to like not feeling self-conscious, not self-conscious, because I think I'm still self-conscious, but I still would get nervous a lot, and especially after I hadn't performed in a while, it would just be really, really bad. But after a while, it's all about getting past your ego. Your ego is this like thing that can either make or break you, and I think a lot of the time you just have to realize, like, God, it's not about me. It's like, it's this song, it's this music, it's this thing that's a lot bigger than me, and I need to get over myself, because that's what people are hearing. That's what matters. So I think that's a big part of it, and I think that sort of having your feelings and like your physiological response being, cohesive with that mindset is a very difficult thing to do, but after a while of experience, I think you sort of get used to it. But yeah.
Before you wanted to be a musician, what did you want to be?
Do you really want to know this?
I asked you the question.
Okay, well, I mean, I decided...
Besides Batman, but we already knew that.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to be Batman. I was like 12 or 13. I was like, I want to be a rock star. But I never really said that to people, because I knew people would laugh. There was a point in time I think I wanted to be like a dolphin trainer, because I thought that would be awesome, just swim around with dolphins all day. Like, what's cooler than that? There's a point in time that I think I wanted to be like a farmer, like when I was in kindergarten. I don't really know. I drew weird pictures. I was a really weird kid. Honestly, like, it's never been anything that I've like thought about too much. I've always kind of I've always been on that path. And even if it's something that I don't succeed at, I can't see myself ever having music not being a very, very big part of my life.
What musically inspires you? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Who, like, what artists?
Yeah, what artists inspire you? Right.
This is really hard. Well, I mean, like, we know the obvious ones.
No, they don't. The camera doesn't.
Oh, the camera doesn't, I guess. I think a big part of, like, my development as a musician was Florence, of course, because I don't think without Florence, I don't think I would have ever developed a range, because I was always, like, yelling to it in my car. I think, yeah, snoring, I can totally hear it.
Patrick sleeping?
I think that, no, he's very much awake. No, there's like M83, and bands like M83 and Coldplay, and I know that the cliche like cheese. I'm a cheese ball of a musician, so I'll very much own up to it, but they were the kind of bands that made me want to give people that, what it's called is the autonomic sensory meridian response, and that's when you get really big goosebumps and shivers down your spine from listening to a song. And I think that I always really, really, I don't know, that was always like what made me really, really excited about music, and it's always the kind of music that I wanted to not replicate, but sort of to emulate. But so bands like that. But as far as songwriting goes and having meaning to songs, that always very much mattered to me. So I'd say like people like Van Morrison and Billy Joel and Ben Gibbard, who's the lead singer of Death Cab, was a very big part. But yeah, so those kind of people I'd say.
Most folks wanna stay